Welcome back into the studio. Today I have plans to start on something a little more ambitious. And when I first started it, when I first thought of this, I didn't think it would be that bad, but the longer it's gone on, the more I'm getting nervous about this one. Hey Amy. Because this is going to be by almost double the most advanced piece I've done. I have not fit 8 characters into a scene before. I barely managed 5, and that was years ago. And that was the last piece was all right, but that was all fairly flat in terms of posing, and I want to be a little more dynamic this time. So just get the music on. There. So we have 5 goblins, 2 large snakes, and a little fire elemental that it kind of defies the usual rules because you got a squishy elemental. Oh god, I've lost my mouse. Okay. That was weird. I completely lost where my mouse had gone there. Alright. So, and I want to, my current thought is to put them on like stone blocks and such. So I'm going to make this the template. So we have this here. Straight down this time. I guess this will be good. Guess this will be good practice for just sketching and putting stuff in general. And I'm not very good at composition either. The only piece that I've done that I really got clever with the composition on was the piece that I couldn't stream because it would have been probably shut down by Twitch TOS. So some people will already know the piece I'm talking about, but most won't. Let's see if I split that there. Come on. Okay. This there. There, there. No, bricks don't make sense. Makes very little sense to have that. All right. What have we got? We have Jelaya, Blood Rager with a two-handed weapon. We have Mara with no weapons, but she's a witch. We have Saluri, who's going to be within set of Emerald, so that's kind of there's a 2-in-1 there, but it's also they still have to be drawn separately because one of them is ectoplasmic. And I think what I'm going to do. Bring up the. I have a long page of references here. Mm-hmm. Because fitting everything in is going to be a pain too. Let's say that there for now. No, that's. God, I'm already getting distracted. Um. And we have. Faster and fast. Oh god, because so if one can't tell yet, this is the start of Setapenra, the Lamia, who has a fair amount to her. Shouldn't really like that. Yeah, so we have her over here. And this would be something like that. But, well, then you get the boulders. This is, uh, frankly awful, but something like that, let's say. Just to put her in place. Then we'll have... ground is going to be... there. Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Then... it's going to be... I think I should probably start it there instead, because there, even if there's going to be... Ah, it's not... Okay, it's... Sorry, my nose is acting up today as well. Everything's acting up. That. You there. To be a bit up. But then I can put the blocks kind of spreading back that way, hide the tail mostly. Ooh, actually, even better idea. Come on, pen. There we go. If this tablet decides to crash on me now, it has a few times. There. Pop back to here. I've gotten that down, and she's going to be one of the big obvious ones. There's also going to be a... That is contrary to what it may seem, not a giant poo. Is this... What am I listening to? Okay, so it was written by wolves. Let's go with... that. That was almost good. Mm. So that's... Oh God, no. Uh, yeah. Take this slow. There, maybe. Down. Mm. That's no, that's enough. That's enough for what I'm going for with this, at least. We have might have a hood. So that's going to be the giant snake in the middle. So let's pull you out there. Mm. Okay. So then back to here. I didn't mean to hide it. Here. That's going to need tilting. That rough section. Speaking of which, you need to be even wider. Because that needs to fit an entire goblin in there. I should be able to take all this. The whole thing wide. Blade you be messing with. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, if that as it is, I don't need to think about that just yet. Need to keep myself focused rather than diving into these little ideas beforehand. Then right, so that means we only actually have 4 of the hefters to deal with, because we have Soluri in here. Uh, that there. Do you know she has to be higher up than that? That's there. That line is too high up too. What the hell? There's a thing you can do like that. Hmm. Don't know if that actually is a good thing to do or not. I've seen it used, but that back to there for now. We have forearm. God, that's jank. There. It feels... That's a bit better. Along with... What kind of shape we're looking for there, I see. Is this... That means, unfortunately, the other one has been rendered very small. And there's... God, I'll also try and get the angle right on these things. Now, has that done it? Probably not. Almost. Then over here, we'll leave that there. Only thing you know. Okay, these are these are currently two very different shapes. Let's take you. There. Yes. Yeah, these are very different. I am aware of what I'm currently prioritizing. It's exactly what everyone wants. Hmm. Remove that. Let's do a different copy. And we'll take this. Stretch. There, where does that vanish? Hide that. There. This do it? Probably not. So that's there? Yeah. No. Cycle through a couple things. Okay. That's there. Merge those. Still, still looks a little bit strange, like they're resting on something, but that's much quicker to solve. How many layers? Oh, that's unbelievable. Remove, merge, merge, pin there. And the snake that remains unnamed, and at this point it's basically a meme. Hmm. Regardless. Set a pen roll. Take that back to there. See. That there. No. This curve right round. Hmm. There. This is all going to need figuring out. That arm is... Ah! I'll figure that out later. And that would be... No. Almost, actually. If I can just make that curve there a little less crazy. trim that down to there. That goes there. Leave that'll be the twist. That, trim you. No. Just leave it that for now. Leave it like that, move on. I'm gonna find the right snake. Oh, that's adorable. Okay, I'm clearing out that snake because I have a better idea for it. Oh, actually, a much better idea for it. Let's take you, flip you around, shift you over to here. This is going to be all on the same layer, so I need to delicately trim that out. Right, there's that line back there, because I was going to be putting block here as well. There. So, what I think I will do, we have, let's see, we have set and cell. then we have, what do we have? We have Monica, Elith, Mara, and Jalaya to account for. I don't want to put Soluri and Jalaya too close together. Monica I have a plan for. So let's put Tam here. I realise there are two Tams, Tamari and Tammy Lynn. You can't just not share what's so adorable. Okay, fine, I will. Yes, and hey, Demi. Welcome to my stress where I try and draw snakes and goblins. But the image, the thing that I find so cute is this. It is how a hognose curls up. Why am I trying to draw so much? Because I have so many characters and scenes from DTRPGs that I want to depict. It's very simple. That there. So I'm going to put 10 there. So then it is just Jalaya, Monica, and Mara. Fair enough. I do not. Yeah, I so want to depict just so much stuff from DTRPGs that I've been involved in, or characters and arcs that I've watched grow. So self the tears that you have shed. I am a lion and you are dead. Okay. In this case, these characters aren't from a campaign or anything. They're just a bunch of short stacks who have gained interest. Good memories kind of just die like all things do when you've got a demon living in you. Hoping to make new ones here. When people finish their characters, doesn't seem like they're running low on people to ask. Oof. That's the game that Fall was involved in. Was making a character for, right? One of your family members. Huh. Are you struggling to find people for that then? So I guess 5e has taken a little bit of a dive in popularity recently. Yep, I got 3. I mean, that's enough to run a game. It's not. It's perhaps not ideal. 4 to 5 is usually the good one, but 3 is a party. But the third hasn't made their character yet because of work. Guess that's guess that causes issues. Still going to be Elith up here. Uh, I've come to see the start of the thickest piece. Well, there is fortunately at least some thick already on screen. The the very outline of the very base outline of Setapenra, which I may still have to revise. In fact, I don't even have a. Yes, I do. Yeah, this are the cubes for size or for sitting? Those are for sitting. There. Also, pretty sure no one would like Demi just busting into the tavern, or any one of my characters. Then again, Demi's the only character I have that lacks libido. To be fair, it would be funny to see her as bodyguard try to wrangle her next time. Maybe. Yeah, but that means I would have to play Scav. I have no context for any of this. I will stay out of it. Scav has hurt his bodyguard. Yeah, I gathered that much, but that's all I know, so. One of the last two members of the first race on that world. That sounds awkwardly like a DMPC. Yeah, these are going to be kind of generally rough cut blocks of stone. Perhaps they're being worked on for like a fortress wall or something. Now the DMPC is Rune, the Antichrist of Zonov. That doesn't help. Demi has almost as many kids as Lucin. I mean, it seems like. Well, the thing is, all of mine are adopted. I don't know how many of yours are. It's not working. Demi doesn't have adopted ones, only from different people. I believe they're all biological or biological adjacent. Angel Demi definitely had libido to spare. Yeah, that's a fairly striking difference. Is that I haven't quite done that. Where am I looking? Here. So let's see. We then have clear this out. Anyway, taking a break again, since my mother didn't label most of the boxes and also doesn't know where some go without being here. I guess that's a convenient reason to have a break. I may as well take the opportunity while it's there. Then there's one of Fool's older characters based on Nakov's the patron, born from the first lie ever spoken on Son of Demi saying, "Don't worry, I'll protect you," to Serenity. Wasn't a lie then, but it is one now. Retroactive failings, oh dear. Realistically, we got like a corner left, but part of me wants to leave clothing boxes to their own. So yeah, that's... There are some things you just kind of don't want to unpack for other people. It's just kind of awkward, weird. Let's leave that there now. I need to keep moving on other things. There's not going probably not going to be a great deal of thick beyond that already altered Setapenra. Well, all my stuff is currently either at my grandma's or in 6 boxes total. Well, I mean, yeah, one person doesn't actually have that much stuff. I I was able to get we were able to get all of mine when I went to uni with just by just in one car ride, and that was all I really cared about bringing. Not yet, at least. Yeah, there's going to be a lot by the time it's done. It's the reason I put Setapenra in so far. The reason I put Setapenra in early is because she's kind of she's got a certain presence just to being that which makes her a terrain feature, and that's nothing to do with her shape. That is just because all of the tail. Also, she got a lot of butt. I mean, Setapenra is a Lamia, and she is very soft. So I think what to play on Halloween, because instead of trying to get D&D going there, I'll be streaming on Halloween, because Halloween. Stream D&D on Halloween. I should stream Warfare. I should do a Warhammer Fantasy stream, Warhammer Fantasy roleplay stream on Halloween. That'd go down a treat. A system that like 4 people know of, and I am 3 of them on with alone. Halloween stream one shot, maybe, but I'd need to get either players who can remember to protect the identity on stream, or I'd have to find VTuber friends for it. Like it's a little bit more complicated to set it up, basically. There. No, don't do path. Well, as I was saying, I was saying Woothrup, Warhammer Fantasy. That said, I can tell you right now, Demi does not work in Warhammer Fantasy roleplay. It's an easier system, but he does not work in it. Pretty much anything that involves interplay in our travel does not work in as a Woothrup backstory. Given that you play as very, very weak mortal peasants, or like occasionally a spellcaster or something, and it's always like very low power. Like like yesterday, I ran my honestly would be fun to have a game. I'm in pop up on stream. Yeah, it can be nice. I wouldn't exactly be the most well known. Yeah, the thing about the thing like Wolfrip is very, very low power, and it is incredibly easy to die. Let's get this. Damn it. Right, you've. No, 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 no. Give me the mobility tool. Unfortunately, I am weird about Warhammer as a setting. I mean, the question is, do you trust me to run a game? That is ultimately the only thing that really needs answering. Do you trust me? Because you're right, Warhammer is a very particular, awkward thing. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. Slight deviation, nothing important. And then bring you. Trust. Do just like Full trusts me to run one as well, no matter the party setup. Also want to learn Pathfinder 2e. I kinda do. I've said my piece on Pathfinder 2e before. It looks nice and balanced. It looks to do a lot of 4e stuff better than 4e did. It looks to do stuff better than 5e does. It's just the style of design is very much counter to what I want out of a game most of the time. So while I am up for learning it at some point, I don't really rate my chances sticking with it. I do. That said, however, um, the party that I have shown to Wolfram so far have found that they kind of like that. Well, at least they've taken to it quite easily, and they've found that it is really easy to like get used to. So, clear you out, redo you a little because you need to go higher. Keyboard getting in the way. Okay. So that will be Seta Penra's tail. What's this guy? No. Still kind of needs to be. Honestly, it would be nice to have a game where the schedule is more when we can, since part-time work is finishing on when I'm free. Just trying to get mine together. Can't really do that, I'm afraid. The problem I've found is that unless everyone is on that schedule, and unless everyone is on that schedule, so everyone is kind of equally looking forward to a certain set of circumstances, it just kind of kills a game. Like I've tried running games like that. They never stuck. Fortunately, we're on that summit with 2 players, one of which needs to find a new job because the current one is mega yikes. I mean, that's like in your case, yeah, it's yeah, it's like if, like I say, if everyone's on it, then it tends to work better because there's not like most of the party raring to game, and then one person who is consistently like causing the delays. Um, okay, there. I did figure out what game I'll be streaming until otherwise for my stream. I don't know if I'm going to do anything specific for Halloween. Anything specific. Let's minimize that and see real quick what I might have. God, what horror things do I have? I don't really have any. I don't really do horror. Stream Sonic 2006 horror of game design. A modded game depends on what the game is. Lots of games have mods. No, I mean just going forward. Oh, okay. I'll be streaming StarCraft 2 with its infinite types of games to play. That's just like a general thing. Yeah, I'm steadily working my way through the Souls likes. I've already completed the Surge 1. Once Dragon's Dogma is finished, I'm probably going to start on the Surge 2. In the spirit of horrors of game design, you should stream Atari ET. Unfortunately, um, unfortunately, that would be illegal, as I do not have a copy of the the ET from Atari, so I could not legally rip it, even if it was possible. I think I'll be streaming either Dead Age for Zombies or Sunny for Zombies and the Story. Uh, Looking forward to the Lies of P stream so I can stop dancing around spoilers. Yeah, eventually. Eventually I'll get that. Legally, you just can't admit if something is emulated. I mean, legally speaking, you're not allowed to stream an emulated game that. Well, actually, it's not that. No, sorry, it's not that. Emulation is fine. You can admit to emulating a game. There is nothing illegal about playing emulated games. The legal issue comes from where you acquire the game file. If you own your own copy of the game and you rip it from there and emulate it that way, that's legal. That's perfectly fine. That's all above board. It's just if you download a copy of the game from a site somewhere, that is what makes it illegal. Yeah, well, Nintendo needs to calm their tits. That's entirely their fault. Do I have anything on my I don't even have any games in my wish list that are horror. Do I have any on my? Do I have any in my library? No. Do you have an old ghost trick? Go less horror and go fun spooky. No, I'm looking through what I can find. I have Amnesia: The Dark Descent, but eh. There's Barrow Trauma, but that's the thing you need people for it to be interesting. Bioshock, I think, technically counts as some kind of horror. Blood Bowl doesn't count. That Blood Bowl's just funny. Bioshock does count as horror. Yeah, it does. That said, the first Bioshock is my least favorite. No, sorry. Infinite is my least favorite. 2 is my favorite, which is definitely not a horror. You play as a Big Daddy. It's it's death. That one's definitely not really a horror. Little Night 2 is the best. Thank fuck someone agrees with me. I love playing as Delta. I love the story. I know it's strictly speaking, it's less technically, well, it's less narratively clever than Bioshock 1. Bioshock 1 had the whole "would you kindly" stuff, which was very well done. It's just that it's just that 2's gameplay and story just caught me more. I loved playing as Delta. I loved playing as Gamma in the Minerva's Den DLC. Oh, I do have something on my list which is horror. I have Dead Space 2. So I could play that. Anything else down here? I've got the first 5 of the Fear games. Unfortunately, Infinite went through development hell. Would have loved the original vision. Same. The massive amount of stuff that cut just made it so bland. Dead Space 2 is kind of Dead Space is more psychological. I It's the first horror thing I've noticed on my list. I watched a playthrough of all 3, but I haven't played any of them myself. I'm partial to Infinite from what I've seen. Infinite, I found had the least engaging gameplay to me. It went back to the whole you have all your plasmids, but you only carry 2 weapons, which is a very Call of Duty modern shooter style of gameplay. The story had several choices that meant nothing, and it takes and it kind of runs into them being a bit flat at the end. The the Burial at Sea DLC for Infinite was great, but I think 1 and 2 are more interesting games. Bioshock 1 tackles the matter of essentially being brainwashed after all, and very cleverly weaves the nature of that control into the story itself. Like Bioshock 1 is a purely linear story. Bioshock 2 is a purely linear story. Well, Bioshock 2 has multiple endings, morality system, but 1 is pretty much purely limited. But it has the most beautiful way of all of them of making that fit the plot. Would you kindly deciding every single one of pretty much deciding everything you do until right at the end, and you obviously having no idea why, or not knowing that it does until the rug's pulled out from under you. Infinite was the most FPS of them, and partway through they jump timelines and forget that their deal suddenly makes no sense. Uh, uh, yeah, yeah, that's the thing. The plot of Infinite does break down when the main characters permanently jump realities and invalidate what they were originally doing. I've also been partial to the Little Sisters due to, well, I hate kids, but the Little Sisters are always must protect, must be Big Daddy. Yeah, they need to be looked after. No disagreement there. An Infinite's moral system is just no, because the bad guys are grossly racist. Bioshock Infinite didn't have a moral choice system, though. Bioshock Infinite was just, you had your one story, you had a few fake choices, and it was always going to end the same way. It's not really a moral choice, it's just you get a couple of rewards here and there. It's just like the enemies are racist, and that's the whole thing. True, it's wild on how the game talking the most about infinite possibilities only has one possible ending. That's deliberate, I'm pretty sure. The infinite possibilities is like, they're not meant to be. You're not meant to have access to all these choices, and that's why the end of the game is all about taking it back to one. Or at least almost one. Which I mean, technically Demi as the character is racist, hates everything besides his angels, and he still hates those. It's not racism if you hate everything right. No, it's just a superiority complex. Yeah, Fool's got the right of it there. Okay, back to set. Take this. Though I will admit, the Infinite DLC got some solid ass story that goes full circle. Yeah, the Burial at Sea DLC for Infinite was good, except for the fact that some of the things about how it decides the Big Daddies work do completely completely negate Bioshock 2. People wonder why I play Demi so well as a PC and a villain. It's because he's both good and evil at the same time. That's not how that works, but okay. The twist of who the first protagonist is nice. Yeah, the first last thing, the story of the story of Bioshock 1 is incredibly well written. I didn't play Bio 1 fully. The weapons in that game were just too clunky for me. I got through it. But the first time I played actually the first time I played Bioshock 1, I was probably too young for it, and took me a while. Don't distract myself. What the hell? What the hell? No, you shouldn't be saying that. Um, Is it back now? There we go. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I have no idea why it was just showing you the kind of blank of VTube Studio. That was quirky. Streamers, streamers and Scuff name a more iconic duo. I'll wait. No, I won't. It's the spirit of the meme. So let's see. There's that there. That's Elith there, and we're going to put. Yeah, the reason I want to stream StarCraft 2 is because it's brought back good memories from times past. I mean, you don't really need an excuse. It's you don't really need no real reason needed to stream stuff. It's just what you like, you know. It's not an excuse really. It's just that it started bringing back the good feels again. Sometimes that's why I end up playing like Dark Souls 2 again or something. Oh god, this is going to be an image that takes a while to save each time I press the button. Yes. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Cut. That's the snake. Move. And you just need to get that hog nose. Specifically, hog nose from the front. There we go, that'll do. That'll be enough. Let's then there would be here. Because I started fucking around with the campaigns again, and good feels. Videos need my images. There we go. That's little boopy snoot. Actually, that runs up to... Oh, I accidentally make a cat. Okay, we have... It's more... There. 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 Help, I've accidentally built a jeep. Mother, help! That's a new one. Help, mum. Help, mum, the dog has made off with a catalytic converter. Okay, now is that... That snake's... The head's big enough there. Don't need you anymore, not for this bit. Actually, a little bit more. I think I may have made Mickey Mouse as as a snake. Yep, yep. Okay. We have then. There. There. No. I think I need to move it down a bit. Okay. Oh, something actually interesting to hear about. This was going to be. My plan is to make the. It's not technically a giant constrictor, but like it's a giant snake already. It's one that can pick up goblins. Interesting on my Spotify commercials. Say it isn't so. Fine then. Fine, fine, Amy. It's not so. It's interesting, but it's not something not something I actually plan to be involved with. I don't really go to those kind of things. It was more momentarily curious than legitimately interesting. So yes, it's all right. You can rest. You can relax. And there's just for a bit of fun, I can take this down to here. Go to... Oh, that's a reset. Okay. Just gonna try that. There's this helpful kind of brush. That should be trees. Yeah. I think I'll stick with my method. Perspective mistakes. Does the job enough? Okay, so Mara, Dami, those two have been accounted for, so I'm going to put July there and Monica there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's the placements. God, this eye is going to constantly irritate me. Now, God, I have over 30 images for this lot. Some of them have more than others. So let's start with what we've got. Actually, not first thing to do. Now we've got this in place, would be to start with height guides. Now, goblins from prior testing are about 4 heads tall. Down, copy down. And Most of these are 2 or 3 wide. But I'll settle that separately. Yeah, that'll do. That'll be the default height template. However, pretty much every single one of these is going to be doing something. Right. One more thing to add to the snake. Because I've got all this empty space up here that I want to make use of. So that means I actually adjust Monica to be Monica it's actually up here. She's hanging from this. Which means I need to decide what I'm doing. Nope. Question is that too tall for the goblins? Yes, it is. Like, like we're dealing with goblins who are the tallest goblin in this group is 3'4". So it's funny enough, it's one of the shortest in it's actually one of Siluri is the shortest, and she's the one in the she's the shortest, she's the widest, she's in the Lamia. Kind of floating in the middle there. So I think, yeah, how tall is Monica? Well, who is the tallest? I think it's Mara. Yes, Mara is the tallest, so she's the one who's actually going to be using this. July is 2'8", which is 8 inches shorter. I'm gonna have to have some goblins that are only 3 high. Who is what are we looking at here again? Monica is about the same height as Jalaya. I realize this description doesn't have all their individual heights in, so I need to go to another area for it. Players, chapters. Okay. This one I'll take off, and this one I'll make Soluri. So a third of that. 3 foot 4 is the tallest, which is 36, which is 40 inches. That's 10 inches off. Next tallest is Tammy Lynn. She's only 3 inches down. So that's about her. Fun fact, there was also absolutely nothing that, no thought that went into their naming conventions. It was just kind of what I felt like at the time. Slurry is 2.6. July is 2. Um, and who is 2.9 is Monica. Okay, this is Money. Manny. And this one here is July. God. Oh, guess what time it is for me? Medication time. No, guessing it's time to do more unpacking. Bed frame assembly time. I was quoting a Tom Scar video. Okay. She's going to be hanging from the tail. Shall I'm going to have. She won't be standing. I've got two. Yeah. Tammy is over here. Slurry is in the best place in the area. Did I not put Mara's name in? Guess not. No. Now it's getting there. Perspectives in place. Oh man, Mara's going to have. Oh, Mara's going to be. There's going to be parts of Mara that are hard to see. Impossible unless thick overlaps. What do you think's happening? Slurry fortunately doesn't need to change much, so I'll take care of her wide first. July is much the same as Slurry, but with a slightly more compact frame, at least normally. Set to there. Down. Okay. Slurry is actually going to need more than I thought. Need to redo that. Okay, set up and screw off. Right, that's what I need to do with her. Not sure what's up here. Okay. Just down. Yeah, she's having to go down there now. Slurry. Jalaya. Monica is much easier to deal with. She's just the straight two heads. Now, Mara's going to be an awkward one because she has a slightly different pose. Down. Okay. What the? There we go. Then I have to go back to this one. Was I spacing out, or have you not yet discussed your trademark designs for these goblins? No, you haven't missed that. I haven't thought to do so just because I haven't really needed to, just because I have talked about the goblins on stream before, but I could mention them again, could talk about the particulars for each of these while I get these basics down. And and yes, what you are seeing is me putting their various hip widths in. I feel like I'm not sure if this is unsurprising to you at this point, Amy, but Neri might be in for a bit of a surprise when Mara comes out as the size she is. But yes, I've mentioned before on stream that my goblins are plant-like. I'm gonna. Oh god, what the fucking control Y? Uh, yeah, I've mentioned before on stream that my goblins are plant-like. That they come from being planted and then picked at harvest by goblins as long as the population is within a certain amount. These ones are all varying examples of that. Jelaya and Soluri have this dense white fur to well, they're quite fluffy white fur to them. So figures aside, they are well suited to living in uh, extreme environments. They have good solid layer of fur on them, and they have bonuses to resisting that kind of terrain, extreme cold. So nice and white and fluffy. Tammy Lynn here was born in the desert, specifically the igneous deserts of Almad. So she has a red-black camouflage pattern with these long ears, with these big ears of hers, so that she can more easily blend into the desert terrain. They can all blend into a certain amount, except for Monica, which is quite funny because she's one of the stealthy ones. Yeah, so Tammy Lynn can blend in with the desert, and she's got good ears. Mara is a rainforest goblin. No surprises for guessing where she's from. She gets kind of brown green skin and eyes. Yeah, she gets the Oh fuck! Almost forgot Elith. But yeah, she has her brown and green skin tone for maneuvering in the trees, and she has unusually large arms, which uh, are intended to be good for climbing, generally speaking. Monica is technically speaking the same kind of goblin. She's a rainforest goblin, but rather than having a camouflage skin tone, she has peach skin because of a quirk that occasionally a goblin plucked from a plant will inherit that kind of shape, that kind of feature, rather. And, it's unknown exactly what the chances of that happening is, but it kind of comes with certain implications to do with what a goblin will accomplish. She's expected to succeed in things in certain ways. I was considering making Mara one of the plant goblins, the ones that permanently remain as plants. I ended up deciding against it just because it didn't feel right for her circumstances. It didn't fit for her to be in this kind of situation that she is in. What the hell is Tammy Lynn like? It's weird. This will be this. It's that, and then because I almost forgot, we need Elith. I'm going to quickly. What the hell? That was very weird. Move. Just copy that whole thing, please. Okay. There we go. Elith is about the same height as Mara, so Elith is the. Okay, I'll just. That. I think that'll start giving you an idea of Elith. Clear out that though. Just because she's otherwise going to be really difficult to actually get the numbers on. Now I'll remove them from the template because they're just getting in the way. Set and cell don't need to be there. It's that. Yes, so now I've discussed the trademarks of the goblins. Now it's been done. The deed is done. Just now. Oh, we have. Should be there. And with this piece, I will be committing sacrilege, as there is going to be as there's one of these goblins, and you can probably tell who by the shapes I put in thus far. One of these goblins is going to be more top heavy than bottom heavy. absolute sacrilege. Who are you and what have you done with Mom? It pains me to admit that there are top-heavy people in the world. It is a great lament of mine that such individuals have not improved things, but we must accept them and help them improve. Uh, right, we've got all these in place. Merge these. Then we start doing this. The classic thing. At normal. Oh, right, yes, it doesn't show you the window. Okay. Oops. This is Elith, so that right, that's the down one. So we have and I need to how's this gonna look? If I'm not mistaken, the head will yes, the head's going to obscure most of it. there. There. Take that off entirely. I think Neelith actually has the same kind of feet as I do. And hmm, needs to be slightly changed. Is okay, need different images for this. Wake me when it's over. Just pulling up another set of references for this, for much more focused on the faces. So, right, why do I still have that open? I don't need my intro message up anymore. I hope that this shape you can see taking form here is making up for the sacrilege in advance. And before anyone asks, no, the Hefters have not had a run-in with Circe. They do not know who she is. Okay, there. Okay. Oh, actually, there. Okay, what the hell is over here? Why does it do this? I don't even know where half this. Eh. Let's just. That's an issue. This will. Okay. Damn. Elith is the first, and that's actually difficult to live up to. Elith also has the benefit of not needing feet, which is well, let's call that a personal favorite feature, not needing feet. Also, as I think about it, there's a fair chance that the top-heavy one won't be quite that top-heavy. More like an even hourglass. That is as far as this stream ever allows. that's the first. That's Elith down. I have to go find the others. Or at least Elith's general figure. I'll definitely be working on this between streams when I have the time. Where are the others? Okay, there we go. Okay. Patiently loosen. And now mailbox is fixed too with duct tape. Success, I guess. Yep. It's something. This is you need some asshole keeps knocking over. What you need to do is what that one guy did with the snowplow. You sink a you hollow post, fill it with concrete, or sink a beam into it. Rebar into concrete, if I recall correctly, assuming we're talking about the same guy with a vengeance against snowplows. We probably are. The base is already concrete. I was thinking of surrounding it with rebar concreted down as well. Well, the idea is filling it with concrete. making the let's move this up. Oh, that should be what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. No, not quite. Yeah, yeah, go ham on it if it's gonna if you need to if you need to stop someone. After all, it's nothing they can report you for. Back there. Just down there. God. Honestly, already the longer I work on this, the more silly I find it. I Amy, I didn't like obviously I like this shape, but at the same time, Amy, I'm finally seeing what you mean about it just being kind of funny. because like, yeah, I'm seeing the amusement. Right, I forgot how cursed Twitch emojis are. Yes, that is why my raid message is a pair of wings and a heart, because all of those are like for just to demonstrate. I don't know why it brings up the monkey, but for some reason, but it brings us up there. But once you actually copy it and paste it somewhere, it brings up a proper heart. It's like the wings and the purple heart are non-cursed, which is great because like I don't have my own emojis yet because Twitch wants me to be making them money before they let me do that. That'll do. This. See if this looks any good. Oh, thank you, Nightbot. Merge those. There. Okay. Ah, okay. There's always that kind of little black triangle. That's not that's not a slinkini, I swear. And yes, a number of the references I'm using I also can't show on stream. Actually, I probably could. None of them are actually. There's very few that are actually like fully nude or anything, but they are the best ways to get shape references after all. Yeah. There. And that's up to there. And Monica's going to be a messy one because she's upside down. Not sure how I'm going to do that one. Find Mara's. Hmm. Yeah, Mara's going to be. God, Mara's actually going to be difficult, but at the same time really easy because there's so few. There's a lot of simply done like, round lines, but it's also figuring out which ones overlap and which ones don't. Okay, it's all in place. Well, I'm going to start on. Actually, going to start on her, and Mara's going to use symmetry. All there. Okay. So, no, don't want that one. Though that is quite fun. Never actually used it for anything though. do is I need to put that there. And there. 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 Will this make... Yes. Figure out this waste. Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Just a second. Okay. Well, you know, managed to get started. That's more than I expected to, and with everything in place, including that, we are well on the way to... Oh, right. There. Okay. That's that. So, Yeah, I can merge the cleavage. Cycle through, see what I can find. Uh, uh, okay. Okay, well, I think now I've gotten all of their poses figured out, and at least 3 of them are on their way to being generally blocked out. Well, 4 technically. Setapenra's been there for a while, which has been a constant source of reassurance and inspiration. But for now, I think I'm going to call it there, and I already know who I'm going to raid. Any luck anyway. I won't bother putting in the raid message because the raid message is already there. There is a pretty high chance we're going to be continuing this on Friday. Now it's gotten going, I'll have an easier time keeping it going, and I feel like people are going to enjoy seeing this develop. Yes, otherwise, ooh, I see pieces. I think I see things I'm going to have to figure out and fix, but don't worry about it. I will take care of that. It'll probably have developed already by Friday. Then on Saturday, if he's got escaped his punishment and gotten back to work, we should be carrying on with the collab from show. Until then, let's head over to Pin, one of the other artists who likes the Wired Girls. Thanks to all who came by. It's been quite a fun one this time. I guess I know what people are wanting to see. Until spring rises once more.